If you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description and you'll find items such as this, a soy story. Couple things to go over for this video. Found a couple funny articles, but I want to bring this tweet up that I found the other day. So I ended up retweeting this. You can see what I said right there. Stop trying to change Japanese culture, because that's something that seems to be going on over on Twitter every day. So this person ended up locking their account because of this. I think it's because of my tweet. Ended up getting 89 retweets, 490 likes, which isn't a lot. But the original tweet ended up having, it had like 12,000 and I think like 70 something retweets. And here's the original tweet. I think I got blocked. I think she ended up running a blockchain on me. At least I think it's a she. I'm not sure. It's just this picture here. It just says Siggy. I don't know. But it says, new challenge for old male animators. Get a picture. I think this is from Inuyasha. I'm not 100% certain. I think it's Inuyasha. Could be Sailor Mars. I'm not 100% sure. It says, take care in drawing. No matter how rough the action, please do not show her undies. So I don't know if this is, I think this is an American book. I don't know. There's no context here on what this is from. It's just this person pointing out, fan service in anime, which they want to change. We've talked about this over and over again. These people, these people that are always whining on Twitter, we call them NPCs for YouTube purposes. But they're always running around talking about change in Japan, which I find funny and ironic, because these people run around all day long talking about, we need to respect culture. It's wrong to appropriate. It's wrong to ask people to change. And then here these people are, day in and day out, going after Japan, wanting them to change to the Western values. I mean, what is that? Do they even notice that they're doing that? That's what I wonder. It's like, I don't like the way your culture does things, sir. Do they realize what they're doing? That they're going against their values? But of course, they're all hypocrites. None of them have any kind of values, really. So that's just something I've always found funny. And I guess I never really thought about it until this tweet about how hypocritical these people are. Because they're literally sitting here and saying that that Japanese culture needs to change. And that's something they're supposed to be so against. You can't be doing that, changing their values. So I just find it funny. I also find it funny that they're all running around talking about anime cha-chas and pantsu shots and fan service. But they don't say anything about countries where women can't even drive cars. That's no big deal, I guess. We got to worry about animated cha-chas. I guess that's a bigger deal. I'm not sure. But these people are disgusting in just about every way possible. I wish they would go away, but they're not. And these people are serious, super serious, and are willing to go to great lengths to get what they want. I did see a funny tweet by the Boruto writer. Somebody was asking him about representing communities in his manga. And, he stood up to him and said, yeah, I'll put that in there if I want to, basically. I don't know. I was going to cover it, but his tweet was like nonsense almost. It's like he wrote it while he was driving his car. So the short story is he was responding to somebody that was writing all Japanese, which makes me wonder, he's getting a question like that from somebody in Japan. I wonder if they're starting to get affected by all the stuff that's going on. So I'm a little worried. We'll see, though. For now, I think you don't have to worry about anime or manga at this time. Though we're going to get a flow of really stupid things like this pile of garbage. Saw a Weaponized Nerd Rage tweet this out, so I'll give him the thanks for finding this for me. He said, "This is why no one takes you serious, Kotaku." And he's right. Listen to this headline. Anime's bloody nose trope isn't backed by science. Well,
no shit.
Who decided this was like, let's write this article. Let's write this one. This is a good one. because people really thought that this might be a real thing. People have been doing the horizontal tango for thousands of years. And the fact that nobody has ever had their nose bleed when they find somebody to be attractive, well, that should have been good enough. But no, this guy had to dive deep into it. Had to do some back-breaking research to find out, is this a true thing? And he really did. Got a little bit of an article here. Not long at all. Just put a bunch of pictures on there and kind of did a little bit of Wikipedia research. The fact that you even research this at all is dumb. It's a trope. It's been a manga anime trope for a long time. At least for like 25 years, I would say. Because I know I have seen it in OG Dragon Ball. That's the first time I'd ever seen it, at least in the oldest thing I've ever seen. I can't say if it was in... I think the oldest anime I've ever watched is the original Gundam. Maybe I think that is older than Speed Racer doesn't count. We'll just go with OG Gundam. I don't think this was an OG Gundam. They didn't really do stuff like this in Gundam, from what I've seen, the couple of series that I've watched. But anyway, it was in Dragon Ball, and that's pretty old. That's like 25 years old or something. I think 80s, early 80s. When that popped out. And, Kame Seinen, Muten Roshi, Master Roshi, whatever your name for him is, he was doing that all the time. And that's, I think, the first time I'd ever seen it. So it's been going on for a while, but, this guy, I'm going to see if this is a real thing.
When you grab a woman's breast and you feel it, and it feels like a bag of sand when you're touching it.
Bag of sand?
Probably a safe bet that Brian here isn't very successful with ladies. Would just be a wild guess. But I'm going to go ahead and say that that's probably true. So it says, in anime and manga, when characters get excited, often very excited, they get bloody noses. But is this backed by medical science? So it goes on to explain that it's not backed by science, that it's an old wise tale from Japan or whatever. And he actually goes and asks, a doctor, if this is real. Bloody noses are probably used to show in a powerful way just how excessively large the change induced by the arousal is. So this is a complete waste of time. I find it funny that this was even done. Now he goes in to start, going in. This is where he believes that this is the first time this was ever introduced in manga, and the 1970s is where it's being pinpointed. Now, here's the thing. This article would have been fine if it would have just been, where did this trope come from? That would have been, let's just do a history lesson and talk about these points. But instead, this guy's going up and he's straight up asking doctors and stuff if this is a real thing. So, sorry, I'm trying not to laugh the whole time when I'm going through this, because this is a really stupid article. And this is why nobody takes Kotaku serious. This is why everyone thinks you're a joke. I don't know how you exist. That's the real mystery. That's what somebody should really do an in-depth investigation on. How does Kotaku still exist? How? Where do you get your money? Because does anyone really come here for cutting-edge video game news? Does anyone go here for anything of any kind of substance or value? That's a real question that I would love to know the answer to. So, in other news, comicbook.com has also weighed in on some stuff. Went and got a therapist to evaluate Shinji Ikari. In his analysis, he's depressed, and would treat him with intense treatment to fix him. And then also in other news, water is wet. So this was kind of, they didn't even really talk about anything other than say that Shinji is depressed and he would give him intense treatment. Duh. Thanks for that groundbreaking news. Anyone who's watched this show knows how crazy Shinji Ikari is. But that's fine, I guess. more hard-hitting investigating journalism from these shill sites. That's pretty much it. Just a couple of fun topics to talk about. Well, the first one's not so fun. Those people are crazy. But the Kotaku and this comicbook.com article were fun to get into. So that is pretty much it. Leave a comment. Make sure you're still subscribed, by the way. You know how things are. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit the notification bell. Share the video. Share it to people. Put it on everything. Share it all over the internet. Got to do it. Got to do it for everybody. Everybody that you like, because it's the only way that any channels are going to grow anymore. Also, check out my Twitch. Got a link to that in the description. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.